right, so this has been stuck in my head all morning long because during the first entertainment buzz, Abby was telling us about Benny Blanco, and I really wanted to ask you guys that are listening right now. This struck me right in the heart. Right in the heart. Because, look, I'm not walking into a bar or into any kind of situation and women are going to be like, ooh, that guy's hot. I'm going to go where I am. So us average to less than average guys have had to develop other skills in order to be attractive to women. So what I want to ask you guys this morning is, let's endorse these guys. If you are a woman that has fallen in love with a guy that maybe you weren't initially physically attracted to, or he wouldn't be considered classically attractive, but he's got all the other stuff and you are happy and you are married and you wouldn't choose him for any 6'5" guy, 1-855-PERCHA.
All right, really quick, just to intercept the comments that I know will inevitably come. We'll just go ahead and call ourselves out now. This is a conversation you can have about a man, but not one we would have about a woman, because I don't think we would be talking about a woman the way we're talking about Benny Blanco.
Or do men typically not end up with women that they're not attracted to initially, period? Like, is that a different conversation? Like, women are more accustomed to having to acquire a different kind of visual taste, whereas men wouldn't make that sacrifice?
Yeah, my dad didn't say too many wise things to me in my entire life, but the one thing he did say that stuck with me was that men fall in love with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears.
Yeah,
I think that's typically true for the most part. I do think it works both ways, but I think for the most part, men do normally lead with their eyes.
But again, let's keep it 100. If like roles were reversed and say it is like Ryan Gosling and he is with somebody that like the female equivalent of Benny Blanco, we probably wouldn't be attacking her appearance and having guys call up and brag on their mid chick.
That's true. And I think the difference here is that Benny Blanco recognizes this about himself. I think he has a sense of humor about it. I saw some interviews where he was literally comparing himself to the rat from Ice Age. And I think it's just because men and women have different quote unquote societal values, and appearances aren't typically one of those for men. So when we make comments about a man's appearance, I don't think it hits the same way when you make a comment about a woman's appearance.
You're right. It's the whole thing of punching up in comedy, right? And women feel like they have to look a certain way. Like I've come in here with no makeup on and I've come in here with makeup on and I look like two different people because society tells me that to get a man, I got to look a certain way and I got to have the makeup. And I can choose to reject that, but that pressure, I would argue, in terms of makeup, I think you guys men have body pressure to look a certain way, and I think you have paycheck pressure. It's like a different form of pressure, you know? So, and so it's frustrating though when we have these conversations because you're not usually going to find a super hot man with a mid woman, but to have a super hot woman with a mid man, and I hate those terms, that's way more common because that's what women have to choose from.
I also think there's a bit of a cultural difference too, because I always hear you guys talk about how men really don't care about their appearance. And I think in my experiences, like my black friends, they do. They care a lot. My white friends, they don't care as much.
No, they look at Adam Sandler.
Yeah, they don't care. My white friends, they don't care at all. And I admire that.
So do you want to reset this clip? Because now, I mean, you would look at Benny Blanco and go, ooh, like most women wouldn't be attracted to him. But yesterday, the whole internet was on his side for his words.
The women have switched over because I admittedly, like when we found out Selena Gomez was dating him, we were kind of like, why? And then we started hearing him speak and we also started seeing his accomplishments. I mean, he's written so many of the biggest songs of the 2010s that I think we're starting to come around. So they are currently promoting their joint album, and in an interview with Jay Shetty that they did, people are applauding Benny Blanco's emotional intelligence when it comes to relationships.
She doesn't need a lot. She's like the easiest person in the world. But I know, yeah, she wants to talk to me before she goes to bed. She wants me to say I love you. She wants me to text her if I wind up having to stay somewhere 2 hours late. Just a simple take out your phone and done. We're very driven, and you have to find a way to make it work that's comfortable. You have to talk to your partner. You have to understand them. I think people's biggest problems, especially men, are that we don't listen all the time. You got to listen. Just shut up and listen. Listen to what they're saying. A woman is going to tell you exactly what she needs. Like when guys are like, I don't know what she wants. I don't know. She told you already. You're just an idiot. You're not listening. Just listen. If a girl is getting frustrated with you on something, she's definitely told you multiple times and you're just not paying attention. So it's like, just listen. And don't be reactionary. Proactively do these things. I don't know if you do the same thing, but when you're away from your partner, you just try to think of little things that's going to make them feel more comfortable, better.
That's also more effective because he has the sexy instrumental TikTok
song
bed in the back.
Sounds like a sensual TED Talk.
I do think it's interesting though, because as a short guy and an average guy, I do really feel like I have had to work in different areas because you're not going to see me immediately and go, okay, that's a man of my dreams right there. And I think a lot of mid guys are the same way. So I want you to brag on your mids. Hey, Melissa, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Friend zoned my husband for months, and he just kept at it. And he was so sweet, and he would call me for no reason. We've been married for 18 years. We have 5 kids. He had a decent job when we got married, and now he is killing it. And go for the short king, go for the smart, sweet guy.
There you go.
That was a good way to put it.
Look, man.
The smart, sweet guy.
Hey, mids try harder. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to have T-shirts printed. Mids try harder.
Also, looks fade as you get older. So when you have a relationship that's based on personality or an emotional connection, I would argue you're more likely to go the distance.
Madison, good morning. Brag on your mid.
Hi, I've been married to my husband for 10 years. And when we first started dating, literally my mom, my best friend, everybody was like, why are you dating this man? And all this. And then I got pregnant pretty soon after that. So everyone the whole time I was pregnant. But this man, since the second that we started dating, has always considered me first, always made sure that we were good. He got his GED to make sure that we were good, to take care of our family. And so, like, everything, he just puts his family first with everything. And he also grew up with sisters, so I think dealing with women was a lot easier for him than other men. So I think he's just been great the whole time.
You love this man so much, I could hear the wobbly in your voice.
Yeah,
Right?
I really do.
And I want to mention this also because she brought up pregnant. All I'm going to say is your mid guys, they try harder in every area. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Christy, good morning. Brag on your mid.
Yeah, first of all, P1 out of Indianapolis.
Thank
I still
you.
listen on the app.
Thank you.
And my husband is 5'5", bald, nothing that anybody would ever be like, that's the guy I want. I hate to say that about him, and if I would have known how much like his brother he would have ended up looking, it would have been a hot no for me. But anyway, he's educated, he's hardworking, he puts us above everything. We've been together for 20 years now, and I wouldn't trade him for anything.
I love that. 20 years. Thank you for calling.
It's incredible.
Beautiful.
And the good news is he won't have a lot of opportunity to cheat
Why?
You just can't.
because nobody else is attracted to him.
That's awful.
Come on, man.
They're just more local.
The Bert Show.